a lot of things that are great in our country. We have the lakes and the mountains. I think that's the first thing I think about. Then, of course, the cows. Of course, we're very famous, you know, for precision, you know, doing things the right way, quality. The Swiss tend to have a hard time to really admire somebody doing something great, because they like to push you up if you're down, and they like to take you down when you're on top, you know, because everybody should be at the same level in Switzerland.
And the Swiss are very proud about Roger. He is actually the biggest ambassador in Switzerland.
The title ambassador is unofficial, but the Swiss government has bestowed a singular honor upon Federer, assuring that his name and face will be seen all over Switzerland for a long time to come.
To receive an honor of, you know, getting a stamp is for me a great honor, because it's never happened to a living person. I'm so proud.
Of course, I bought 20,000 stamps, because all those letters have to be stamped with a Federer stamp.
Roger was a very active child. He was very energetic, and he demanded a lot of attention in a way. To work down his energy level, best thing was to just like play sports with him, you know.
As a little boy, he always had a ball around him. Either it was a tennis ball, it was a soccer ball. People were surprised, actually, when he was 2 years old, how he could catch a ball, how he could play a ball, although when he played the soccer, how he could play soccer already.
I started to play tennis because my parents, you know, used to take me on weekends to like a tennis court, you know, where they had soccer fields and a wall I could hit against. I was maybe hoping one day, you know, sort of maybe can do it for a living, but never really thinking of maybe I'll be number one or anything even close to that.
Still, the desire was strong in him, so strong that he decided to devote his life to maximizing his tennis potential.
He actually decided himself to go to the Swiss National Center when he was about 14.
I left home because I thought that was the right move to do, and it was really difficult in the beginning.
Those first 3 months where he really needed a lot of attention, we were phoning each other like twice a day, and there were tears, and he was very sad, and he had periods where he was very unhappy.
I was getting very, very homesick, and in the beginning my results were really bad. I had a very tough temper. I was very much the perfectionist. I had to throw a racket, or I had to scream at the top of my lungs, or commentate the point or something, because I couldn't take it anymore. So I was getting actually real, like a master at throwing rackets so they wouldn't break, but so I could throw them far, you know, and so I always had to look for the soft spot on the tennis court, you know, and it was crazy, and my parents would, you know, would really get upset over that, because they would feel embarrassed, you know, sitting in the restaurant watching me play, and all the parents are going like, oh my God, you know, whose son is that, you know?
People always thought he was the underachiever. You could read this, you could hear this, and you could, everybody said, oh, he's an unbelievable talent, but you know, this guy just doesn't show it yet, and he's just not capable of pulling it through.
One night we had dinner together and we were talking. Actually, I made Roger clear that gave him 2 years and say, Roger, let's look how far you're getting in 2 years' time. And you can't actually throw the whole youth away just to try and become a tennis professional. I was quite tough on Roger that time. I think he even started crying there. Then Roger actually said, but Papi, maybe I become top 100 or 200. Then I said, from 200 to 100? Roger, this is still not enough. You still have to go to about top 50, then we will see, then you also can make a living out of it.
I had to get out of my teenage years to actually understand, to calm down, and the big turnaround kind of came around when I beat Sampras at Wimbledon.
Oh, it's unbelievable that he can beat actually Sampras.
You always got to believe you can win and beat anybody, and so I got my attitude right, and incredible run I've been on since.
I just know how much passion he has for tennis and how much he loves the game. And his passion shows all over the world, but I think in Wimbledon somehow you really feel that he lives for the grass court there. It's just become something so special for Roger and for us, because every time we go back there we just realize how much Roger loves Wimbledon.
The love affair has lasted for some time. He currently seeks a record-tying 5th straight Wimbledon title. And he's won 10 Grand Slam championships overall, each of them rewarding, gratifying, hard-fought. But there is one Grand Slam title that means the most to the Federer family.
It was the first major that he won, and this is something a tennis player works for, and then you just know how much is behind a first Grand Slam title. It was just an unbelievable emotion, and you think, thank goodness. Well, unreal. It was unreal.